go. So we're going to do Princess and the Pea to explain religions and men and women and earth and everything. Right, so what you've got is technology, right? Princess, actually, in the P, right? So, and then what you've got is people adding the mattresses, which are the layers, right? So we might be wearing all rainbow and things like that, fair enough, right? But you've got covering up the truth, right? No matter how many layers you put on top, right, you can still feel the princess in the P, right? Because V, right? ICT, right? And women from Venus, right? Sun, the ecosystem, because the Earth core being a sun, right? A lot in science and things, you'll get told that binary systems and that just all solar systems have two suns, but ours has got one. Well, no, the lie is that actually within the core it's a machine, it's technology. This is a big answer, right? That women being from Venus and men from Mars, right? Ooh, Tears of a Clown. Right. Yeah. So men from Mars, women from Venus, and this is going between the layers of the technology. And this is a lot what mining and things is about. Pathways from one to the other. So yeah, women technology, and this is where I'm going to touch on this very briefly because these teachings, religions, are supposed to be teachings, but they've been sort of stolen and used as control. Right. So the electronic, small. And Jesus' teachings about the crust, and this is the crust, right? We can go on about the uniform and India. There's more than just the literal phonics, though. What you find when you understand this to a level, and I've seen videos, I've been to there, there and back. If you can go crazy, you can come back from crazy. Though it just depends on how much information you can retain. You find the key, and then you learn and you build within yourself. Anyway, the teachings and Jesus and Christ, it's the entry into this knowledge, right? From the Old Testament to the New Testament, but then what happens? It gets taken over. This is where it gets forgotten about in the dark ages, and then you end up going back to the teachings, and it bounces between the two. This vision, the sound, sound, and vision. Right. So what I'm saying to you overall is, and I know that looks a bit weird, but it's just a blink of a snapshot of a piece of information floating about in the air that you capture within your eye capture the information's in the air. Right, yeah, bring these together. Right, this is the point of this video, really, apart from I don't want to scare people. This is part of an attempt to communication of beings or species or, who talk different languages, trying to find the middle ground. And this is another why it's called Middle Earth in a lot of mythology by the geeks. Arthur, Romeo, Greeks. That they're the clever ones who try and bridge this gap where things are lost in translation. And this is where this is another piece. It's not actually the piece, it's the puzzle. Right, I'm not going to work it out. Yeah, so our origins, right, when you talk about where did we come from, right, the where, well, we came from here. It's the W, and understanding the W and what the W is made up of and what it means. So it also, when you turn it, and this is what a lot of the cross, right, is because the cross being for the win, yes, for the win, forcing the win, right, because it captures the wind, and that's what they ended up turning it into. But then this information is misused. Power goes to somebody's head. They try and use it for a massive control and change the way that people see things, and that's why you've got this in the story. Whereas actually, if you look back for the Shaolin temples and things, these symbols used way before wars and the symbols that you get taught by in schools. So much information on there. Right, okay, that's enough for now. Summary. Yeah, the summary is that the air has worked it out. It's